Welcome. In this video we walk through 6 powerful visual techniques every Python developer should know. From spotting errors to understanding memory. Let us go. First up, code refactoring. Let us see how a for loop becomes a list comprehension. Here is the classic for loop approach. We create an empty list, loop, and append each value. 3 lines to do one thing. With a list comprehension we collapse all 3 lines into a single readable expression. Same result. Much more Pythonic. This pattern is called a list comprehension and it is one of Python's most loved features. Here it is in the editor. You can see both versions and how much cleaner the comprehension looks. Next, how Python stores variables in memory. This surprises a lot of beginners. In Python, variables are not boxes that hold values. They are names, like labels on a sticky note. The actual values, integers, strings, lists, live as objects in memory. Every object has a unique identity. Each variable name points to an object. Notice that both a and b point to the same integer 42 because small integers are cached in Python. The id function reveals the memory address. If 2 variables share an id, they point to the same object. This is why mutable objects like lists can surprise you. Now let us look at the errors every Python beginner makes, and how to fix them fast. Here is some broken code. Can you spot the mistake? Take a second to look. Python gives us a syntax error. Unexpected end of file. This means Python reached the end but expected more. The fix is simple, add the missing closing parenthesis. The code turns green and runs perfectly. The rule: every opening bracket needs a matching closing bracket. Your editor's bracket highlighting is your best friend here. Another classic mistake: using a single equals sign inside an if condition. Remember, double equals for comparison, single for assignment. Now let us annotate a real function line by line so every part is crystal clear. Here is a grade calculator function. Let us walk through it line by line. Line 1 defines the function. It takes 1 argument, the numeric score. The first if checks if score is 90 or above. That earns an A. The elif handles scores from 70 to 89. Grade B. Python only checks this if the first condition was false. The else catches any remaining score below 70 and returns a failing grade. Here is something you will want to screenshot: a complete string methods cheat sheet. Python strings come with a huge built-in toolbox. Here are the 12 methods you will use every day. Upper and lower convert the case of the entire string. Strip removes whitespace from both ends. Very useful when handling user input. Split breaks a string into a list on a delimiter. Join is the reverse. It merges a list into one string. Replace swaps every occurrence of one substring for another. Find returns the index of the first match, or -1 if not found. Count tells you how many times a substring appears. Finally, let us visualize how a complete Python program flows using a flowchart. Here is the full flow of our grade calculator. Each shape has a meaning. Let us trace through it. The arrows show how control moves between steps. Notice the validation loop. If the score is out of range, we go back and ask for input again. That covers all 6 visual scene types. Use these in your tutorials to make complex ideas crystal clear. Next up, a deep dive into Python functions. See you there.